load of people make it on a Friday afternoon, and that's fair enough. But what I'm going to do is just do screen share, show you it, have a quick chat about it, and then get on with the rest of the day. Okay. You see this okay?
Yep.
Cool. Talk. Right. Yes, come out of here. Right. In our back office, on the left-hand side here, we have got the space where our tickets come in. Okay. So
Sorry, where
tickets come in. So as an example, when somebody sends us a ticket off the front page of our dashboard, if they, it comes in here. I've had quite a few come in over time, and they can be chats or tickets, but whichever way, they turn up under this button here, this inbox button. So just to clarify exactly where, you know, where that is, let's get rid of that. Too much stuff open here.
So a ticket is something raised specifically by a user who has a specific issue to be dealt with.
Yeah, or I mean, you can change what it says here from because each of us have got this on our front page. Okay, top right, it says submit ticket. So when you, I don't know if you've noticed that, but it's there whether you can turn it off, but we've all got it, we've all got it working there. So somebody could say, okay, you know, here's my name, here's my email address, and I've got a problem with my food issue, whatever it is. And then blah de blah, I'm not a robot, and they send it off, they submit it off. So what happens then is that it tings on our system. Remember, bottom left, inside our talk, we've got, I'm in Charlie's one at the moment, but there's a little button down here, bottom left. I was showing it to Rachel earlier on.
Right. Now I understand that you raise a ticket because that's how you raise a ticket on all sorts of systems all over the shop, and essentially it's one person usually raising a ticket about a specific issue, but they may or may not want to address it to a particular recipient in the target organization.
Correct. And we can actually shift it around. So in a larger organization, somebody raised the ticket and they've got like we can do it in here. We can have somewhere for Larry's design, for example, for accountants or you know, whoever. So when that ticket is raised, that ticket can be shifted into a different department. So
yeah, exactly the way it works in the CRM system.
Exactly the same. And obviously, you know, you can hear that ticket noise coming in through your desktop notifications. So in here, I've turned mine off just temporarily, but in here, this is where you manage the sounds, and they all come in on your phone or on your PC, however you want it to come. So we've got half a dozen talk helpers, if you like, in the back.
So I would need to allow Talk 2's app on both the phone and my desktop.
Yes.
Except there isn't one on the desktop because it's only a link.
Yeah.
To send me notifications and ping me noises when something arrived.
Correct. And you control all of that from this button here. So if we go back in, because I've just sent this ticket, if I go into this box here, the ticket I just wrote is here. You can see it says open. Okay, so I can click on that.
It may not go in a few minutes, and then we'll go. Okay.
And in here, I think what happens if the clients come before and they're inside the system, that all their details pop up here. I think that's how it works. I've not played with the tool, to be honest with you, but you can add tags, you can add organization, you can whisper. So for example, if a ticket came in and Rachel was online and I said I wanted to ask Rachel a question, I can whisper to her. Okay. Or I can set up a smart reply. And that's again part of something we're going to have to learn. But the idea is that with a smart reply, we can automatically, or the system can automatically reply to the request. But okay, that just in this instance, just kind of demonstrating that this is the ticket coming in. It will work exactly the same as somebody signed into chat here or wanted to talk. Talk, please. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. So exactly the same thing would happen. But this is obviously I've set this up in here to push information to a client depending on their questions. Show you the power of the Maltix. Shut up. And so that's something else that we need to work on collectively to find out whether that's something that's going to be useful inside our business. But the same thing, as far as I'm aware, happens over here again. So whether it's a chat that comes in, like so, just a second ago, or whether it's a ticket, it turns up in here. Okay. So
but is a chat, by in your definition, an established conversation between an outside individual and one of us within the organization?
yes. So it could be that.
So it's not quite like a ticket. It's like a direct conversation or a direct request.
It's exactly that, Morris. So, for example, if I'm working with a tech company, I'm usually agitated with tech companies anyway. I will talk to them directly on chat, and then I use a ticket to escalate it if I think they haven't answered it right, or they're driving me bonkers.
Okay.
So
get all that. I don't know about Rachel.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So those have been around yonk. So what's new? What are we now having to deal with?
Well, the whole concept of this is something that I have never particularly used. I don't think anybody else has particularly used, but I'm beginning to wonder whether we should be, because inside, if I just go back to our back office, just going to raise two things here. One is that we have got a chat widget link. So this link here is actually a chat link that we can use in our articles. We can use it in our correspondence on social media. Okay.
Right.
That would bring people directly in to chat with us off of LinkedIn, off of anything that we posted anywhere. It comes straight into here.
I'm just not seeing the advantage of it.
The advantage.
Yeah. I mean, if I go into if I want to talk to people on LinkedIn, then first of all, it's a constant pinging from talk. Whereas I can shut down all of the other social media.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be disturbed by them.
Rachel,
if I shut down everything, but it's just like I'm not seeing any advantage.
In this context, it behaves exactly like the LinkedIn Messenger does.
Correct.
Yeah, but if I want to continue, if I want to say this week I don't want any interruptions from any social media, but I need to keep open talk because I'm putting up my posts, I'm putting up this, I'm putting up that, I'm putting up the other. I can go into LinkedIn and I can shut it down for a week. I can go into Facebook and I can shut it down for a week. I can go into YouTube and I can shut it down for a week. But if I want to keep my talk open in order just to tick along and post my posts, then I'm still going to be pestered by messages from LinkedIn or Facebook or TikTok or wherever. And it's just like it's not giving breaks from social media.
Rachel, you can do one of several things. The first thing you can do is simply turn off notifications for a week.
But it's still going to be there in my inbox whenever I go in to talk.
If you choose to, choose to reply.
However, what you can also do is set up an autoresponder which says, I am not dealing with anything at all for the next week. And I would put a forwarding thing and say, forward your request for chat to XYZ, the Larry's team, Morris will.
Yeah.
Or wait till I get back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You've got complete control over your chat widget as well. You can, that is under your control, and that's separate, but it's definitely under your control. It's in exactly the same way as your notifications, bottom left, which I showed you. You can just turn them off there. But you're
in the good old days of phone answering machines.
Yeah.
You left a message on it that said, "I'm out of the office for a fortnight."
But you know, if somebody comes in and says, "Look, you know, I've got this problem, and I'm really interested in resolving it with your methodology, Rachel," you're going to get back to them, aren't you?
Exactly, that's my point.
Yeah, yeah. But
if it's in there, and as you can see, I mean, like, as you can see, as soon as you go into talk, you've got a red thing there that says you've got messages, you've got messages, you've got messages. So you can't effectively ignore them. Even if you turn off the noisy notifications, it's still there. You're still going to be drawn into that conversation, whether you like it or not. Well, I mean, you don't have to. You can just say
you can just
turn
it off here.
It, but
you can just turn it off here, you know, if you want to.
But does that take it off the dashboard completely?
No, it doesn't.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't have a way to take it off.
The only way to take it off the dashboard is to transfer it to somebody else.
Which is fine if you're in a business with lots of people, but most of us are single businesses.
No, I
see you're talking about the one for you.
Well, of course I'm talking about the one for me.
I think
I thought this was for all of us, individually.
I'm pretty sure. I think you can turn it off if that's what you want to do. It's just that's an unusual question. I've never heard that before. But I got a funny feeling you can turn it off here somewhere. I'd have to look at it, Rachel, but I'm pretty sure you can. I think you can just turn it off here. Look.
Right. Off. Right. So you can.
Yeah. So, you can turn it off. The people who have done that, I know, I've noticed that, and then they turn it back on again. But yeah, that can be done. But the bit that I wanted to talk to you about today really is this bit here, because this is new, where it says connect. Okay. So this is where we register, because this is in beta mode. I was hoping that John from John Vanderbilt was going to join us today, but he can't. But this is like their wait list, and the idea is that, you know, soon you will be able to respond to messages from more messaging channels, including Google Search and Maps, Facebook, X, and WhatsApp. So register your interest to join the waitlist and help us test out the beta version. Priority invites will be sent to those currently using the AI Assist add-on, which I think we all do, so we can test how Apollo, our chat room, deals with the messages. So what is a Google message? That's the first one. What's that? What does that mean?
That's when it comes through Google directly, when you've got your profile up and you can be messaged through Google itself.
Okay.
Which is what I was trying to tell you the other week.
Yeah. And Facebook, yeah, and TikTok. I don't use Telegram. Anybody use Telegram?
I do.
No normal people uses Telegram, do they?
I have it because a lot of people I know use it, but I don't post there very often.
WhatsApp is obviously the biggie here, and X and Instagram, SMS. So that would be somebody SMSing you off their phone to your ordinary landline telephone number.
Normal text.
By the way, my smartphone flags all of those in this way already.
Okay.
They sort of come up at the top of the screen, and I just flick that down and I get them from all of that and MSN News Channel and the Daily Mail and Christ knows where else. It's a nightmare.
So if we were using Talk generally, so let's just say we posted an article on onto LinkedIn, and people read the article and then they take the chat or they take the ticket from WhatsApp, that will come straight into here. So it would, for the first, it doesn't do it at the moment, but now it will come into this page. That's the way I'm thinking. So I'm going to join the wait list. If that's something you want to do, then just do the same. You just go to this button here, go here, and click on the connect, and just do what I've just done, and that's it. And we've got to wait now for the rest of this to turn up. I just think it's kind of really interesting that Talk have invested so much time and money into creating this Omni. They call it an Omni link. And I guess
you realise that they've just invented the incoming half of my communications disk.
Yeah, they have. Yeah,
You know my comms disk.
Yeah.
Well, this is the incoming part.
Yes.
The way we're viewing it for our product is that there's an engine for the outgoing part as well.
I mean, they've kind of just joined up a few that have been out there, because like if you're on Facebook,
Oh, you found the ham.
Insta, and WhatsApp, then you can get them all in the one place.
Yeah, you can just go to one central place and manage it from here.
May.
I think it's quite significant, but I just wanted to raise.
Is there more ham left? Can I have another couple of slices? We'll put them in there.
Just wanted to raise the idea really and see what people thought.
I think it's worth merit, and I think it's worth knowing about it. And if nothing else, we can try it. If we don't like it later on, we can undo it again.
Exactly. So that's really all I wanted to say today, except that.
But Rachel, I saw it in the context of. I mean, whilst I probably will run it out in terms of Melville marketing, I see it in terms of Maltix.
Right.
So that if you have a query of some aspect of what you're doing with Maltix, and you don't want to deal with it, or you can't deal with it, or whatever, then probably the AI will help you do it. But even if not, you simply forward them to a relevant department, as it were, which might be design or finance or whatever, and it could be me or Will or Bruce or whatever, and just say, in my absence, this person or this department will deal with your inquiry.
Yeah, and you can see here I've set up accounts: Larry's VA clerical and VA onboarding. They're just kind of three Larry's departments that are there, and we can shift.
Now the other thing is, Rachel, that if, for example, you had a VA working for you, then that's the kind of thing that you just put. You have a standard message, and you flick it, and it transfers everything to the VA. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that's where it works in small businesses.
Yeah, I mean, the point that I was making was, A, you need something to not be there, and B, what is the basic advantage to having everything coming in, and C, is it going to show up? Is it going to show up in that inbox as this has come from WhatsApp, this has come from Google, this has come from LinkedIn, this has come from Facebook? Because obviously your message to all of these places is different. Your message to your message, and you're going to want to say to the person who's contacted you, thanks for coming in, and not have to do that whole "where did you find me" crap that most people don't want to be pestered both answers. So if it's actually got, this is coming from Facebook, this is coming from TikTok, this is coming from LinkedIn, then that gives you at least a good guide, that you have a kind of vague idea of who the person on the other side is.
All the ones that I use do that. You know, on the news front, they tell me which publication or paper or website.
Yeah, I'm not talking about publications or websites. I'm talking about clients.
Well, I suppose if a client sent you one, it would have to tell you what the client ID was.
Oh, it would.
Yeah, but my question was, and William has answered it, so it's fine. But my question was, is it going to tell me Fred blogs from Facebook? Peter
Yeah, I think-
Jones from
I'm
LinkedIn.
sure it will, Rachel. I'm gonna have to
Exactly, because that's
wait to see how
that gives you an indication of A, why they might be coming to you, and B, what sort of client they're going to be. So it's that's really the most important thing.
Agreed.
Because I'm recording here as well, I'm just going to very quickly recap on this button here, add-ons. So you go to settings, and in AI Assist, this is where you simply add documentation associated with your business and websites associated with your line of business. Because what this does, this trains your virtual assistant to answer questions and pick up information that she's already been primed on, that she already knows. That's kind of really important. There was something else I was just going to mention here. Oh yes, I sent out an Instagram today video, 5 minutes, and I wanted to kind of think about the reaction I got. So I've had, I think, 500 or 600 views in an hour, which I think is extraordinary. Did I do it on TikTok or? I've got 503 views in an hour on TikTok on one of them. So I thought, well, maybe there might be some correlation with people viewing it on TikTok, and maybe some of them have come through to have a look at Maltix. So
how many of those actually followed you?
A hell of a lot. A lot. 15.
But 13.
You had 500 plus, 15 of which will follow you. I would be one of your followers, and I haven't seen it, so that would be potentially 14. So that's pretty, yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you,
450 plus new people that haven't heard of Maltix.
15 followers in about 4 hours. It's not bad.
Not bad at all. All right, and some of them want to take their clothes off. I keep getting kids, I don't know what they are, prostitutes or something. I can just do without it. But I've certainly had 6 people here who said comments or, one thing or another. So I thought, well, let's just follow that through, because obviously this is not a QR campaign. This is to the app. So I just thought I'd take the opportunity just to have a quick flick into the back office of the app, because we've all got access to this. Rachel's got access to it. Sonia's got access to it. We go into our individual access point, which is here, and it says analytics. So let's have a look. So I haven't looked in here at all. They've done some upgrades in here. So the first thing to do is you can grab the time. So, you can look over the last 30 days or whatever, apply, and you'll get this kind of graph turn up, which is useful. And then
as a matter of interest, would taking bookings for a sex worker be deemed illegal? So if we used our system for a sex worker, so they had their clients on a CRM, the carousel has kink of the month, it has a picture gallery for obvious reasons, and so on and so on and so on, thereby making their life easier and slightly safer. Would that actually be illegal? Because I think that bit is legal.
Yeah, you can stand to hope. You can't put it on YouTube. You can't, you can't post anything like that. Whether you could post it on Talk, I don't know. I think they probably have something to say.
I noticed
the taking bookings is not illegal. The taking the money for it is illegal.
So the moment we hook it up to Stripe, we're buggered.
Yeah.
Thank you. Question answered.
Right. So
there's an awful lot of them with money.
Oh, there are, yeah, and it's what drives the internet. Morris, what do you think prior period means to current period? So you got current.
What do I think? What?
It says prior period.
Yep.
And it says current period.
Right.
What does that mean?
Well, prior means the period before now.
Yeah.
So last month or last year or whatever.
I see.
And current period is what's going on right now.
Okay.
But I don't know what their definition of prior is. Is it the previous month, or is it that month last year, or?
Well, I mean, this app's new, isn't it? So it's not been up. None of the apps have been up since January at the earliest.
Presumably April the 20th until June the 21st or whatever
If I
your 30-day division is.
So I've just gone back in time now. So this is the
Yes.
Maltix one. Prior and current. Okay, I just wonder what that was. Here it says sessions, screen views. A screen is a page on an app. They call them screens. Interactions. Okay, so that's stuff coming in, I guess. So active devices. I'm not sure what that means. New devices, returning devices. It's a very high number here.
Returning devices is loyalty.
Yeah. Active
Yeah.
devices
Interactions is
total.
engagement. Now that presumably means clicking through to something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, your active devices is just your total number of devices that have clicked on anything, because that's your returning a new device is added.
Okay.
But where are the orders if we're getting all this engagement?
Are
we falling at the last hurdle for some reason?
I think we've just revamped, completely changed the phone site again. I think it's a lot.
But what did, for each of those things causing these interactions,
yeah,
what did the call to action ask them to do?
Well, let's look at the app. You know, I'm not sure how that pulls through community.
Because if we said click like and they click like, that's it, job done. If we said go to our PWA and book something, then we have to find out what's going on.
I think that Christine's comment yesterday about her having asked someone is, it's not terribly intuitive on both sides, on the talk side and the phone side. It's not terribly intuitive. People have to think, and people don't like thinking.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so you know, I kind of I do get all of this. I understand, but you know, I still think these figures are remarkable for a little app in its infancy. It's pretty good, but we need to understand this better, I guess.
Yeah, we do. We need to know what this actually means, and we need to understand.
Yeah.
So this is Fliplet, is it?
This is the Fliplet reporting system. Yeah.
Are there definitions of what these terms mean? Is there a Fliplet manual telling you what the analytics actually are, what they actually are?
Almost for sure, yeah. And I'll try and dig that out and have a look at. Sorry, I didn't mean to get rid of it off the page there, but I was interested today because I send out a notification regularly, as you know. You're probably getting them. So I updated the YouTube today, so I sent out this article, this push notification saying, you know, have a look at this because we changed the look of the seal, blah blah blah. Actually, the imagery for this is a tough one, just so that you know. Getting the imagery right here is very difficult. It took us quite a while because YouTube don't make it easy, but anyway, it's been done now. So, you know, that kind of supports our branding in there. So I just wanted to send it out. So I sent it out. And that's something that perhaps we should all be doing a little bit more, using the notifications button. You do it here. Okay, you click on notifications, you create one, and you send it. So anybody who's signed up on your app gets that notification. Exactly the same for Rachel here, notification. There you go.
So what have you just sent?
What are they?
The latest video.
Yeah, what I sent earlier was we've been working attentively inside the Maltix YouTube channel. We hope it inspires you to do the same. And I sent the link. and that's it. It just goes out. So anybody all users who register on the app, if they've got their notifications turned on, because they've got the option of turning them off, will have received a notification.
But that link is to YouTube.
Yeah.
Is that to a particular video within YouTube or just our YouTube channel?
No, this was just showing that we've updated the look and feel, Morris. This bit here.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I changed the auto thing, but you know, all the playlists are in here and everything that we've been working on. There's 40 or 50 videos in there. But of course, this is just one channel. If I send up the same video on Instagram, they're not coming here, they're going to Instagram. But I just wanted to kind of show people what we've been up to. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I just wanted to kind of discuss a few things today, and then I just don't want it to go on too long. People don't want a long recording here, but if you like, I can stop the recording and we can.
Okay, yeah, I think I get it.
Yeah, trying to join up these dots. I had so Rachel knows what's going on. Bruce Leicester is the CFO. He's highly digital kinesthetic kind of guy, you know.
Yeah, we had to chat yesterday because I put him in touch with someone that I knew.
He's brilliant.
I thought he might get on well with, so.
And I like the way that he likes to mismatch. So he will kind of put up an alternative argument. I like that. But today, it still says it's recording, is it? No.
Yeah.
No, still recording.